cube chicken tenders and gravy. List of ingredients we will be using. Okay, let's get started. What I'm going to do first, and I'm going to do this in steps, so I'm going to be pausing several times to get this done. First thing I'm going to do is take my chicken tenders and I'm going to make them into smaller pieces. I'm just going to slice it right down the middle, cut them into about 1-inch pieces, and put it off the side. I'm going to do that with all of them that I have. And when I'm cutting them, I am also cutting them on a slight angle. If they are thinner, I probably won't cut it in half because I don't want it to be too small. If that's the case, I would just cut these a little bit thinner. Toss that aside for a minute. I'm going to show you here what I'm talking about. So I'm going to take one piece, go right down the middle, cut it in half, lay them beside each other, put my knife on an angle, and I'm just going to slice down through about 1 inch, between a 1/2 inch and 1 inch. I'm going to do it again, flatten out a little bit, come straight down through, turn it, start cutting them into bite-sized pieces. And at this point, I'm going to take a break, get some more stuff out, start prepping, show you what to do next. So sit tight, be right back. We're going to get the chicken turned on. I'm going to put it down to about medium. We're just going to dump it all in, spread it out. And as soon as we spread it out here, we're going to go ahead and take our salt and pepper and season it. We're also going to put in some seasoning salt. That's all we're going to be using for this. Well, may use some starch to thicken it up. I'm not sure if I'm going to yet. So now that that's all separated, put this down. Take some salt, which if I gotta put in my water here for the noodles, you want that to be nice and salty so you don't have to deal with it later. So we're gonna sprinkle some salt on this. It always seems like you need to use more than you need. When you put everything in prior to cooking. But if you want that salt flavor to come out, if you want to have it there without adding it later, make sure you put it in good. There's the lime pepper in there. And we'll put some seasoning salt in it now. I'm sorry, seasoned salt, not seasoning salt. I don't know why I keep calling it seasoning. That we may need later. Salt and pepper we don't need anymore. And as soon as this stuff gets going, we can start making sure it doesn't stick. I don't want the chicken to stick as much as possible. I don't want it to be charred. I don't want it to be stiff. I want it to be nice and move this out here. Alright, chicken's starting to go. I'm just going to flop it around here. Mix it up. I know a lot of that seasoning is now going to be in the water. That's fine. We're probably going to use that water and the starch to thicken it up and pour over our noodles later. And since the water is now going for the noodles, I'm going to go ahead and throw them in. And I got a bigger mess to clean up. I'll get to all that after the meal's done. Oops, I'm just being sloppy today. Things are going all over the place. Okay. Now if the noodles are in and on, I actually should have put them in before the water started getting hot. That would save a little bit of time. I have put noodles in directly with the cold water before I turned it on. It came out fine. A lot of times I would do it if I think about it to save time. It would definitely cut out a few minutes of your cook time if you do it that way. And I don't want to rush this too much, so I'm going to keep that heat down on medium for right now. Oh, don't look like I may have cut that one very good. If you have any large pieces, I'll show you an example here. So if you have any large pieces you didn't cut down or you missed, you didn't know what to do, go and use your spatula. Just cut down through it, separate it, and you'll be good. So instead of having you watch this, we're going to take a quick break. Alright, I may be on track here of having everything completed about the same time. These nails are still a little hard. That chicken definitely got cooked through a little bit more. Let me take out one of these thicker pieces, cut it down, take a look. Actually, that chicken looks like it's about done. I'm going to turn that down to simmer. That's about all it takes. The smaller you cut it, the quicker it cooks. So I'm going to leave that down to a simmer for right now. My corn is now gone. I see the edges started to have little bubbles around it, so it's just getting to that point. All we're doing with that is heating it up. Put that back on it. Help kick that heat up a little bit more. As soon as these are done, we may be about finished. I'm going to grab a small bowl for my cornstarch. I'm just going to take a little bit of it, pour it in. That should be plenty for what I need to do. And of course, I don't measure anything. I just like eyeing it all up. We'll put that away. Now for cornstarch, I'm going to grab a spoon with it too. You want to use cold water to get this dissolved. You put it in right now, it's going to clump up. You put hot water in, it's going to clump up, get thick immediately. So use cold water. It will definitely dissolve it, and it'll be ready to be poured in as soon as you're ready to use that as a thickener. Okay, sorry about keep walking away. I thought I had everything ready. So it's going to almost look like a milk when you're done with it. You want to make sure it's all taken care of, it's all dissolved, nothing stuck to the bottom side. There's no clumps in it. Like right now, it's good. It's not going to act as a thickening agent right now. If it sits long enough, it will. But this is enough to let it keep going to get to where we need it to thicken up our chicken broth here. And speaking of which, we got enough in here. If you need a little bit more, depending on how that tastes. In fact, let's go ahead and do it. I'll get a different spoon here in a second. Okay. It definitely has enough flavor. So I'm going to add a little bit more water into it. Kick the heat up a little bit. And the only reason I'm going to do that is so I can get more of a gravy or type of gravy for it. So this meal is going to be done soon. I'm going to go and kick this up on high. You want that, if you want that cornstarch to work good, kick it up on high. The more heat you have, the better it's going to kick in and do it. It will continue to thicken. So you have to watch how much you actually put in. And I neglected our corn. That corn needs to be shut off. Oh, I think I keep sticking my head in front of the camera. It was sticking a little bit, as you can see right there. Oh, if I can get it. Just going to scrape up a little more. So the corners started sticking. That's what you're going to have if it does. It's still fine. It's not going to hurt anything. It's not going to change the taste, flavor. It's not burnt. It's just getting real thick on those corners. So let's put that in there. In fact, I will use my spoon for my starch. These look like they're actually done. Let's take a look here. If I can stab one here. Yep. We'll turn that off. We'll get that drained in a second. We're just going to put a little bit of this in, spread it around different areas. I'm not going to put it all in right now. And we're going to mix this up. In fact, that might be all I need by the look of it. Looks like I made a little bit too much. So it took that water and made it pretty thick. So now it's definitely going to coat. It's definitely going to stick to noodles. As you can see, it's actually sticking to the chicken pretty good. I'm going to turn that heat off. I don't want it to get any thicker or cook down. We're good with that. The chicken, we are good with the corn. And we are good with the noodles. So I'm going to drain this, start plating, and be right back. So I'm going to take a little bit of noodles, put it on a plate. You know what? I'm going to put the cream corn in a bowl. So before I do that, I'm going to take some of the chicken here. I'm just going to use the spatula. Going to scrape some of it out. Put the chicken on the plate. I'm going to get some of this broth here, this gravy. Put it right over top of noodles. And besides my corn, we got to finish the plate. We'll put that right there. Take some of this out and put it in the bowl. Cream corn's good, but it's messy. You put on a plate with everything else, everything will be soaked. And there you have it. You have your cream corn, you have your noodles with the gravy, and your chicken. Everything's done. It didn't take very long. I'm not sure the exact time, but I bet it was within 15 minutes or so. Definitely under 20. Thank you. I appreciate you watching. Let me know what you think, and see you on the next one.